What is shaking, everybody? So, my wife and my little boy are off in Florida and will be for the next couple of weeks, having a nice little fun time down there, which is good. So, I was in the store the other day and I was talking to the gentleman ringing up my groceries, and turns out his wife is down south somewhere too for a couple of weeks. So, we got to talking, and it is funny if you think about it that when you get married, or you're with your girlfriend for a long time, boy, they kind of change you a little bit, don't they? You turn into a pretty incompetent fool on certain things. I'll explain. The first thing that this guy and I talked about was laundry. Now, if you're like me, you work outside, you get your clothes dirty, greasy, covered in manure, chances are you wash your own clothes. And if you're like me, you got your own little concoction that your wife made up of all kinds of different soaps and scent balls and all that other mess. And I don't know what she puts in it. I don't care. All I know is it works. Stains come out of my clothes. They don't smell like manure. But I know exactly which buttons to push on that washer. I'm not allowed to touch the other buttons. Not allowed to wash her clothes. Not allowed to wash the towels. Because there's a certain way that you got to do it. There's certain buttons you have to push. There's certain detergent you have to use. And I do not know that. She makes sure I do not know that so I don't screw it up. Now talking about laundry again. As a bachelor, I did my laundry every 3 days. Living in my little one-bedroom shack, every 3 days. Did it the same way every single time. Folded them the same way every single time. And I'm going to tell you what, gentlemen, is there a single one of us out there that can fold laundry right? I really don't think there is. I mean, it gets the job done. We get it folded, get it put away. It all works. But I remember growing up, my mom would always tell me I couldn't fold shirts. I know I can't fold shirts. It ain't good. I can't do it. But they get folded. So if I'm helping my wife fold laundry, and my wife actually tells me the only thing I can fold is jeans, and I can fold jeans. But most of the other stuff, if I'm helping her fold her stuff, she refolds it because I am incompetent and can't do it right. And I think we're pretty much all in that same boat. So there's a lot of stuff that I don't get help with in regards to that. But your wife gone for a couple of weeks, you got to do it. Make the best of it. And thank goodness it's mostly just our stuff. Next thing, when I'm thinking about it, is when I was a bachelor, I had 2 bowls, 1 plate, 3 plastic cups, I think 3 mixing bowls, cheap mixing bowls, a pot and pan set that I got from Dollar Store, and I think I had a cookie sheet. I think. And I did everything just like that. It all worked. Had a nice little tabletop gas grill that sat outside. Had everything I needed. So when I would go and I would cook for myself, if I made something big in the pot, like say spaghetti, I'd make spaghetti, eat spaghetti all week. That's just the way it was. If I made potatoes, I'd eat potatoes all week. Not just potatoes, but I'd make potato sandwiches. You put butter on bread, throw some potatoes in there, fold it over like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Poor Irish food. It works. I liked it. Definitely wouldn't recommend if you have other options, but it worked. I go out and buy the cheap chicken patties, make chicken patty sandwiches. Same with chicken nuggets. I'd go and I'd spring for some good hot dogs. I like the nice red hot dogs, be it Wimmer's, Tomboy, Dakota brand, good red hot dogs. The rest of the time, if I didn't make a roast or anything else like that, which I'd also eat on all week, I'd make hamburgers or I'd make a steak. And when I made hamburgers or steak, I would make exactly what I was going to eat. If I felt like 1 hamburger, I'd make 1 hamburger. If I felt like 2, I'd make 2. If I felt fat, I'd make 3. Same with steak. I make steak, that's it. The one thing I figured out is women have to have sides. Now, my mom always complained. When I go over there and I'd make steak, she'd always complain and wonder what we're having for a side. And it always perplexed me. Like, why? I mean, these are big steaks. These are good steaks. Why on earth do you need sides? My wife told me the same thing. Sides. They like sides. And that's what I figured out. Is that women like the sides more than they like the meat. They will go and they will pile their plate full of sides, be it green beans, vegetables, potato salad, lettuce salad, just everything you can think of, and then they put their meat on there. And they'll eat all them sides, and they'll eat half of the meat and throw it in the refrigerator. And chances are they don't eat the leftovers they throw in there. But they got to have the sides. As a bachelor, I never would have thought to get sides. I like potato salad, but I knew I wouldn't eat it. I paid for that steak. I'm cooking that steak. I'm going to eat that steak. That's the best part of the meal. If I got room left, then maybe I'll have some potato salad. Same goes with dessert. Never, ever crossed my mind to do anything for dessert. That was just me. It's crazy. But I mean, anymore now, I mean, we got sides with every meal. And we still got leftovers. And I guess that's all right because then I can eat them when I come home for lunch or dinner or whatever you want to call it. Next thing is when you're a bachelor, you know what you have as far as clothes. You know what's still good, what's not good. You can figure out what's clean enough, what really needs washed, and what you can kind of pass off for another day. You know what size of clothes you wear from top to bottom. I tell you what, guys, I couldn't tell you right now what size of pants I wear, what size of shirts I wear, what size of underdrawers I wear. And to be honest with you, I don't even know where my wife buys my underdrawers. I don't know where she gets my jeans. I don't have a clue. The only reason I know where she gets these head shirts is because we both get them at the same place. It's nuts. I mean, it's crazy to think how much they do for all of us, but I mean, it kind of makes us pretty incompetent. It's pretty crazy. And I mean, I think they do a lot of it because they don't want us screwing stuff up. They have a certain way that they like things done, and that's what they're going to do. They go buy our clothes for us because they don't like the clothes that we pick. I mean, if I had my choice, I'd be wearing black Dickies work pants, and that would be that. And I will tell you what, my wife won't have any part of that. Just the way it is. So, got to keep her happy. Grocery shopping. My wife does the grocery shopping. And I tell you what, it's probably a good thing she does. When I was growing up, we were very poor, so we shopped by sales. You'd figure out what grocery stores had on sale, and you'd go from grocery store to grocery store buying sale items. One had hamburger on sale for a good price. You'd stock up on that, load your freezer up. Same as cream and mushroom soup. And noodles, things like that. You throw that all up in there in the cupboards and the freezer and the fridge. And then you'd plan your meals accordingly after that based on what you had. My wife does things a lot different. She shops based on her planning. My wife likes to plan. She likes lists. She likes to know what's going to happen when and where. So she meal plans. She figures out what we're going to eat all week long. And then she goes and she shops accordingly. And maybe that's a better way to do it. I mean, that's better than staring at the refrigerator for 4 hours trying to figure out what you're going to make for supper and finally settle on hot dogs. But with my wife being gone for a couple of weeks, I had to go to the grocery store and try to go shopping. Now, in my bachelor days, I would have thought to myself, okay, I need this, and I need this. Go, get your essentials, then wander around the store, see what's on sale, see what looks good, and go from there. I'll tell you what, guys, if you haven't been in the grocery store in a while, I wouldn't recommend it. And thank goodness I have chickens, because I don't know who on earth is paying $7 for eggs, but that is unbelievable. I got chickens pooping out anywhere from 4 to 8 eggs a day, so I'm good. I got to have lactose-free milk. One store's got it for $6, other store's got it for $5. It's nuts. I spent my time walking around the store getting disgusted at prices thinking, you know what, I'd rather starve than pay for this. And then I forget the stuff I went in there for. I made 3 trips to town. to get coffee. 3 trips. I still don't have coffee. I'm incompetent. I'll tell you that. I don't know what I'd do without my wife. It's like when we get married, we get stupid. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And like I say, these women, my lovely wife, they do this because they have a certain way they want it done. They don't want us screwing it up, and that's the right way to think. But I tell you what, boys, when it's time to try to do stuff on your own again, it sure makes it a pain in the neck. But, oh well. A couple of weeks, my wife and my little boy will be back, and everything will be back to normal. Up until then, night before last I had steak. Night before that I had steak. Night before that I had steak. Last night I had those stuffed hamburgers. Tonight I got some garlic noodle stuff out of a box that I'm going to make on the stove. I haven't ate dinner all week. Or lunch for you crazies. And I am bored out of my mind, I'll tell you that. So, oh well. But anyway, fellas, or anybody watching this video, man, woman, child, hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was amusing. But as always, thank you guys for watching.